What is school? School is a breeding ground for germs and angsty teens. But what is the meaning of school? The meaning of school is education. Education is the heart and engine for every society to prosper. For Americans, the quality of education varies based on social status. For many students privileged enough to attend a school of great quality, it opens possibilities for the future of many students, while others remain at rundown, low economic schools that cannot promise or promote the possibility of a future career or college option after high school. However, our high school is one that recognizes this issue and gives less fortunate young adults of our society a chance to attend a school of higher quality. Daniel Hand takes part in the ABC or A Better Chance program, where if the student meets certain expectations, they are given the opportunity to attend Hand. These kids come from places where the quality of education is much lower than that of Madison Public Schools. Malachi is a student here at Daniel Hand who is a part of the ABC program.
Can you tell us how you got involved in the ABC program?
In seventh grade, my principal came to me and said that there was a great opportunity that he felt that I could qualify for. So me and my mom had an interview with the ABC program, and I got to learn more about the program, and I realized how effective it could be in changing my life.
Do you think the quality of education in your hometown is different than the quality of education in Madison?
I definitely think so. I think it's a little harder to get a good education where I'm from. I feel like in Madison, the teachers are just more dedicated.
Has going to school in Madison had a large impact on your life?
I would definitely say so. I've been graciously welcomed into this community where I knew no one. I made so many new friends, met so many new teachers. I got to take classes in topics that I never learned about or heard about. There's so many countless experiences that I've had up here. So it's been an amazing program.
Though Madison is trying to do their part to help the problem, it will never improve if everyone is not aware of the quality of education gap between the rich and the poor. Every 26 seconds, someone drops out of high school. That is 1.2 million students a year. And the poor quality of education does not help this statistic. Part of this is the lack of motivation of students and teachers. Mr. Salutary, the principal at Hand, worked in a less privileged community earlier in his career. His experience is vastly different than that of Madison due to the difference in annual income.
Is the gap in the quality of education across different economic statuses a prevalent issue?
Yes, I think absolutely.
Do you think the gap in quality is getting worse or better?
There's usually a talk in the increase in the educational gap, not a decrease in it. And even if you listen to some of the politicians who are working on getting a presidential nomination, they'll talk about the educational and the achievement gap.
Have you ever worked in a less privileged community than Madison?
Yes. I worked in a school that was in a town that was very similar to Madison, but the school serviced students who really came from disadvantaged homes. And, the basic things like food and shelter and being safe was really sad. These kids didn't have that, and as a result, their behaviors got them kicked out of their public schools. Very eye-opening, to work with students who didn't know if, when they went home, if they would have dinner, or if the heat would work in their homes. So when they came to class, learning the topic of math that day wasn't necessarily their priority.
And their motivation, you said it was different, like how?
Yeah, if you think about, I would say most students here, or who live in communities that are as wonderful as this one. This is fantastic community, school community overall. People want to come here, and I think the people who live here and even go to school here understand how special this place is. Not many of us have to worry if we're going to eat today. If we're going to worry about if our home is going to be warm enough tonight when it's 10 degrees, or if walking to class, or if they walked home from school, if they were going to be safe. And we take all of that for granted. And I do think that students who can't take those types of things for granted, they would love to make education their priority, but they have to make basic living, the stuff that a lot of us take for granted, their priority. It was really interesting working in that school when the students knew they were going to eat and knew it was safe. They really embraced the educational piece. Like, students here embrace it. You challenge yourselves, push yourselves really hard, and do incredibly well. The kids I worked with in that other scenario would do that too, if their basic needs were met. In that type of setting, first and foremost, if a teacher can't build a relationship with students, you have no chance. Because a lot of the students come in and they don't trust anyone. But if you don't have a teacher who's willing and able, they will be highly unsuccessful in that setting.